So the new topic is the phases of oogenesis. The process of oogenesis is subdivided into three phases. The first phase is multiplication, and the multiplication is always a type of mitotic division. It is always mitotic division, right? Followed by growth. Here growth is slightly different from the growth which we have seen in the case of spermatogenesis. The growth is by a process called as vitalogenesis, which is actually the yolk formation. There is accumulation of yolk, the reserve food. Yolk is going to form inside the cytoplasm, and that is going to serve as a source of energy for the further process of development. And there are different types of yolk being formed. There are different amount of yolk being formed, and on that basis there are different types of eggs being forming. Like on the basis of the yolk content, there are three types of eggs. One is called as the microlecithal egg. One is called as the mesolecithal egg, and the third one is called as the macrolecithal egg. These are the different types of eggs being formed on the basis of the amount of yolk which is synthesized. And the process of yolk synthesis is called as vitalogenesis. Example for microlecithal is the egg of the human beings and the egg of the hen. Example for the mesolecithal is in the case of frog and amphibians, and example for macrolecithal is in case of other birds and in the case of reptiles. Right, and this is the first phase. This is the second phase. Growth is by vitalogenesis. The third phase, I'm going to write it here now. The third phase is the maturation phase, and the maturation, this process is actually a type of meiotic division which is going to form the haploid egg. So these are the three phases of gamete formation which we have to see in this topic. Right. Now, under these three subheadings we are going to see the process of oogenesis. The first is multiplication. And in multiplication, what happens? There will be a primary follicle. This primary follicle will multiply by mitotic division to form two follicles, and these two follicles will further multiply to form more number of follicles. Right. This is the process of multiplication, which is a type of mitotic division. The ploidy for these cells remain unchanged. All the cells are diploid. Right. Just after that, the next process will continue, that is the process of growth. Growth is by accumulation of yolk, so it is called as vitalogenesis, and as a result a big cell is being formed, right, with yolk content, and the ploidy for this cell remains unchanged. It is 2n because there is no such division here, and this formed structure after the growth is called as the primary oocyte. And this primary oocyte, I will be showing it here. This is the primary oocyte, 2n. It will go under the process of maturation. Now this is the maturation phase. Maturation phase. This is the third phase. This one is the first phase, multiplication. This is the second phase, that is growth, and this is the third phase, that is the maturation phase. Here there will be the first meiosis, and this first meiosis will form a small polar body and a big secondary oocyte. This is having a haploid content, this is also having a haploid content. This one is the polar body and this one is the secondary oocyte. Ovulation takes place at this stage, and this secondary oocyte, when goes into the fallopian tube, it will continue its second division of meiosis, and then it will again form one more polar body and a haploid ovum or oocyte. Right. This is how the process gets completed and the ovum is being formed. This is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.